All right, so like Donnie said, I'm going to go through a little bit of hip strengthening, but it's really, if you think about it, it doesn't matter whether you're power lift, Olympic lift, a lot of our barbell sparts, they're all in one plane. And so that leaves us to a lot of weaknesses. And when you see people go down a lot, it's because they, grab the bar, a little offset, hit a rack or something like that that wasn't completely balanced, and they're not able to handle anything outside of that normal plane that we've got the barbell in. But you'll notice a ton of commonality in what I'm going to go through in relation to what Donnie was just doing here. So a lot of you may have seen me post some videos of marching on Instagram and whatnot, but I'm going to go through, you don't have to have a belt squat. There's several different techniques, and there's several ones that I haven't posted on there that we can actually cue additional glute firing or additional quad firing through some reactive neuromuscular principles. So the key thing is not just walking with weight. It's how we load the weight, and it's going to be exactly the same way that Donnie's doing the traction. So it's really imperative that we've got a belt or something of that nature pulling us at the hips this way, and you have to fight it, okay, to achieve that neutral posture, to really activate, Donnie hates the word core, but really make sure that we've got the correct intra-abdominal pressurization, which makes sure we've got all the firing patterns, everything that we want in place. And then from there, once we load this weight, so you can just hang a weight off here, we use the belt squat here, but I've got several different ways. I'm going to show you to set this up in a number of different gyms, is to pick up your feet. It's this simple. Kind of like the side shift, exactly. Very similar. So everybody, the common mistake people make is like, oh, well, it's all about, you're really working those hip flexors. And that's not what we're focused at all. The work that we're focused on is this left leg right now, stabilizing. Right leg right now, stabilizing. So it's the amount of time that I'm on the down leg. So raising your leg high can give you more time, but if you start actually running into your belt or something like that, it becomes painful. You can just do it slower and not go as high, because it just matters that we've got time to stabilize on this down leg. The fact that we're fighting that rotation here, okay? So you can have a belt like this. I would highly recommend it. I know this guy who invented this belt, actually.
He wouldn't be in the room, would he?
Who's that, man?
Believe it or not. If you want to hate me more, it's the truth. You can ask Spud. That's my worst business decision. One of my worst business decisions. We made that in 2001, and Dave Tate loved it because he sent me this thing with was a regular belt with electric conduit pipe fittings with bolts, and it was chewing us up. We were like, this thing is horrible. So the strap company that Spud sells all the straps is right across the street from the gym, right? So we went over there. He gave us a bunch of pieces, and we kept putting pieces on until we got it figured out, and that's what it came out to be. And so in 2004, Spud goes, hey, I want to start selling these straps that you made. Do you want to be a part of it? I'm like, not really. I don't want to be known as a strap guy. And he's like, all right, you mind if I sell them? I'm like, no, go ahead.
Donnie's a smart guy, but sometimes not so smart.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. No. So we only have one of these. So just for experimentation or practice purposes today, we've got a lot of these purple straps, so you can use that. But I tell you, if you load some heavy weight on here, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. But for practice, should work just fine.
How would you load the weight with the purple straps? Just tie it around a kettlebell?
Same way as this.
Okay.
Just loops on the end, loops on the end.
All right, stand up on
Carabiner.
platforms.
So here's some ways to set this up. One, hang some plates, hang some kettlebells. Easy enough. If you get really strong, you're not going to be able to load enough weight there. So we're going to go over here. I've got a couple things set up. Mike, do you need to move that camera?
Nope, got you.
Okay. So in a commercial gym facility, Oftentimes you'll have two opposing racks, a lot of times farther away than this. Load up both stacks with as much weight as you want and get down there, loop it in. Very simple. A lot of people don't think of that. So very easy. Don't have a belt squat. Now you got a belt squat. So next one over here. All right. You don't have a pulley system. I sure hope you got a squat rack. Bands. Loop it through. Stand up with the weight. Very simple. So a lot of different ways. There's no excuses. You don't need the special the machine. Sure makes it nicer. So now I'm going to walk through. I'm going to set it up on the belt squat over here and do some. But I'm going to set up the RNT versions that I was talking about, where we can get additional glute firing or additional actually support and structure around the knee. So we will do that. Everybody always asks me, what's this going to hit? What area is it going to hit? I'll tell you what it's going to hit. Whatever's weak. So it could be your glutes, could be your quads, could be your calves. So it's going to really balance things out. And again, it's going to get get you in different planes that you're not used to when all you're doing is squatting, Olympic lifting. Perfect. So I'm going to show basically what the march should look like to begin with, and then we'll do our RNT versions. You can do this for time. So a lot of people will do this for a couple minutes. I like to count reps just because that way, for me, it makes sure that I'm not slowing down my pace. And, so 2 minutes, did I do the same amount of work as I did last time? So for me, I'll count repetitions. I like to get up to a weight where I can do like 50 marches and then slowly progress to where I can do like 100 or maybe a little bit more, 125. And then I'll add some weight to kind of get me back down in the range. So just like that. Nothing to it. This pace is about right. As you see, I'm getting about a second and a half, so it shouldn't be this. So this is where we're not getting that time to stabilize on that down leg. There. Okay? I want to hook this one up on the band behind me.
Where am I hooking it?
Around the bench. So this I came up with while traveling because I was stuck with using kettlebells and I couldn't get enough weight. So I started playing around with how do I, in a gym that doesn't have the bands, doesn't have the weights, doesn't have what I need, get an additional effect. So, see if I remember how to get in here. Gosh darn it. Greg, do you remember how to do this?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I thought I showed you. I thought I showed
Just
you
like
this
that
one.
moment.
This is where we cut the camera. We do our,
Keep it going.
The best part.
what's that?
It'll be a
The best part, do not cut.
It'll be a separate video called Duffin Confusion.
No. This is where it comes real and I feel more confidence.
More confidence.
It's the Duffin confusion principle.
I'm entirely confused right now.
There's gonna be like a 5-second clip
So-
of him like ratcheting a band on the ground.
As later on, it's gonna pop in your head. Oh yeah, okay, now I got it.
Here it is. Right there. See?
Here.
All right.
There you got it.
There we go. So notice the band's doing the exact same thing as before, just like he was when he's hanging as well. It's pulling me back and I've got to fight. So this is going to create some nice R&T on the glutes because just to stand, I've got to engage. So I don't recommend doing a whole lot of band if you've got just if you're just doing a lot of kettlebells. It can be a little dangerous because when you stop and can't hold anymore, it'll throw you back into whatever's behind you. So here I've got a little bit of balance, but this is you need to find that balance.
You gotta go over the band, buddy.
You got to put it over your head.
I was gonna say,
It's been a while since I've done this one.
you're about to G-string that.
gotta text my wife and say we had an accident at the Diddy Club.
Anybody seen the Brown Band? So right here, just standing, my glutes are firing hard. Just to stay in this position right here. Boom. Quads are flexed, everything is on right now. And marching. This will make your day.